Thanks, Ashley. Well, we are a little over a week away from Memorial Day, and here to help us make the perfect space to entertain guests is Tim Skaggs from Home Depot. Good morning. We are
Maria,
going to...
thank you as always for having me.
Thank you. You are going to help us transform our deck. You know, Memorial Weekend, next weekend,
Right.
people want to use their deck. What can we do to make it look new again?
Well, you know, a lot of times we wonder, I don't have the money for a new deck,
Yes.
and, you know, what can I do, something that's going to be simple but inexpensive that I can, you know, maybe invest in it and maybe preserve my deck or give it some more time. So we're going to talk about a couple things here that we can do to that, give it a different look or bring out the natural wood color. It's just going to depend on, you know, what kind of shape your deck is on after the winter.
Okay, so where do we start?
First thing you always want to start with is a power washer or deck preparation. If your deck's not clean, it's got a lot of debris left over from winter, or, you know, perhaps it's got some nicks and dings in it, you know, and you're like, you know, what do I do? Well, you want to have a clean surface before you start with anything. A pressure washer is always a good investment. That one there I brought, it's about $100. And the good thing about it is, you know, it's something you have in your garage. You can always use it. You find a lot of other uses for it.
Well, let's say you don't have one. You can rent those as well, correct?
Sure you can. You can go to a tool rental center and they'll rent you one. So for not a lot of investment, we can change the look of our patio or deck.
Okay, so we've washed it off. Now then where do we go? I know you got me in gloves.
I
so
got
know
you
we're
gloves.
gonna
We're going to do a demonstration today.
Okay.
We're going to start with the deck over, and this is going to depend on what you want versus, you know, if your deck you want to bring out a natural wood color, then you want to go with more of a stain. But if you want, you know, you think, well, it's pitted and, you know, it's really beyond that. The stain, it's too dark. I can't bring out the color. We're going to do what's called deck over. The deck over is a new item we've had for a couple years now.
Okay.
And what this is a resurfacer for your patio or your deck. And it can be used on wood or concrete. And basically what it's going to do is going to resurface it. It's going to give it a 30-degree cooler temperature, surface temperature, and also we can fill in some cracks and things along the way, give you a nice smooth look.
Okay, let's do that while you're talking about it.
Okay.
So we're going to...
I'll let you do it.
Easy to do?
Yep,
Okay.
just apply,
So
just like a paintbrush.
Just like a paintbrush, okay. Does it matter how much you put on?
Nope, and now this is going to cover about 75 square feet. It's going to take 2 coats to cover it, and those are both in there.
Okay.
So you just go ahead and apply that there, and you really can't do anything wrong. You just want it to cover nice and neat. And the other good thing about the deck over is that it's going to give you a nice smooth finish when it's done. It's not going to give you a, you know, so if it's a little slippery before, it's going to give a little grit to it. Plus, it's going to preserve your deck about 8 or 10 years.
Okay, and now you mentioned this is not a stain,
no,
right?
No, this is
okay.
This is a resurfacer, so to speak.
Okay.
And this can be applied with a regular paintbrush. Obviously, if you have a bigger area, you want to use a roller. But for demonstration purposes, we're going to use the paintbrush.
I can tell you that it's really pretty easy to put on there.
Yeah, and you can see how we got some rough edges and cracks. That's kind of hard to see, but you can see how it smooths that area out. Now you have to it'll take 2 coats of this.
Okay.
It's 24 hours before you can walk on it, and 72 hours before you can put any furniture on it. So you want to give it time to cure, especially this time of year before you go moving patio furniture like that, because it can chip up the surface. So you want to give it plenty of time to harden.
So for the whole weekend, and then you've got it for the next weekend.
That's
ready
correct.
To go.
Yeah, next weekend's Memorial Day weekend. You can do it this weekend. We're ready to roll.
Absolutely. Okay. What do we have next?
Next we talked about the stain, and this is going to give you a different look. You know, if you want to bring out more of a natural wood color, this also has waterproofing in it so that, you know, it'll protect your wood surface from the winter and the rain, the snow, and we had plenty of snow this year. So
I know it.
So this will, you know, this is going to bring out the more the natural beauty and color of the wood.
Okay, all right. And if you really want to kind of maybe decorate a little bit, you've brought some other things, you know, to help the deck look brand new again.
Yeah,
I like this.
Yeah, and this is something for not a lot of money that you can change the look of it with just a nice outdoor rug and a nice chair here from Brown Jordan. And this is really something that will change the look of it. Plus, it's going to give you a different feel, you know, and it's something you can do without investing a lot of money in it.
Well, and you have the rug here. Now, is this for a deck or is this more for a patio with a stone surface? Like if I put this on a wood surface, is that going to trap moisture and, you know, make my deck mildewy?
Yeah, it can. I mean, it can be used on a patio or a deck. The good thing about it is going to help preserve the wood. You know, you want to have the resurfacer down on it first because that's going to help protect the wood. But, you know, putting a throw rug down, it's not going to hurt anything.
Okay.
You want to give it a chance, you know, every few days. If you want, pull it up, let a little sunshine get to it and kill the moisture and mildew.
All right, bottom line for people who are, you know, going to start attempting this project.
You know, don't be scared, first of all.
That would be me.
I think the biggest mistake people make is they think they're going to make mistakes and it's going to be uncorrectable. Don't be afraid. You know, if it doesn't work out, you know, just be patient with yourself, read the instructions, or ask questions. Never be afraid to ask questions.
So do you come with all this merchandise too?
Sure, I work for food.
He works for food, all right.
I like ribeye, especially Memorial Day weekend. Get the grill
All
out.
right, I'm hired. I'm hired. You're hired.